Hello and welcome. Namaskar. माझं नाव Dr. Sachin Garnikar. I welcome you all to the Sash's Corner. This is a homely, very cozy, DIY kind of made for studio. So, thoda sa professionalism kami asil, but I think we will improve going forward with your blessings. I just want you guys to hear more to this podcast because this is the first ever video podcast that I'm starting right now. And to begin with, we have an eminent personality. I'm not going to talk more about it right now because we will start talking about her and asking questions directly. However, I have a list of honors and awards that she has earned in her past, and I'm just going to go ahead and read them. Just try and guess, if you can, who she is. So she has been awarded Mahatma Award for Social Good, Lokmat Sakhi Sanman, Regional Workshop from MHRD, another award for innovation and best practices in education, Vocational Excellence, Shikshanachi Vari, Persistent Foundation Sanman, and absolutely the Social Excellence Award. So let's get started.
Thank you so much. I'm over to this podcast.
Thank you, Sachin, for having me. You were the first guest
Absolutely.
on your video podcast.
Well, our honor, and it's just been some good stars, good vibes, good people, and being really lucky to talk about. So you have been extremely busy with social service. And I wouldn't really call it as a social worker because I think you've reached a platoon where people you already know about you, a little bit of your work, but I think it's now time to get that work subliminal through all walks of life. And I think the motto is that you have is about every child needs to be educated and it's their right for quality education. So this is beautiful.
And beyond quality education, it has a right to right education because now we have to move on from right to education to right to right education, which is linked to every child's interests, aptitudes, and the numerous opportunities that the 21st century really provides. So that's what every child should have an access to.
Yeah. So I think we will talk about right to right education as well. But I'm really more interested because Sheetal, man, I know about her. Obviously, I'm going to give credits to our team as well because they're the first podcast guys who made her extremely popular along with Dr. Shirisha Sati. So that's another surprise that you guys have, that we have a good lineup. And obviously, we will get into the kind of work that you're doing right now and the right to right education as well, and the activities and various assessments that you've been working on and stuff like that. But I think that it needs to have some kind of nourishment. It might have started somewhere. So कुठे लहानपणी रुजलं असेल किंवा we really want to understand की तुमचं लहानपणी but where did you come from? What's your origin?
I like this question because, yeah, I mean, a lot of what we are today comes from where we come from and what goes into our making. काय संस्कार आपल्यावरती झालेले आहेत त्याच्यावरती खूप डिपेंड करतो on who you become as a person, basically. Yeah, I was born to, my father was in the army.
Oh, wow.
So I was born in Jodhpur, ex-serviceman. And, born in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, then moved to Bombay. I moved to Bombay for a couple of years. Till my third grade, I was in Mumbai. So I studied in Mumbai, St. Colombo. And from there, my father finished his stint with the army. So he was the short service commission. So from there, we moved on to Amravati because his job took him there. So we joined the civil kind of, joined a PSU as looking after the administration. So we moved to a small place called Amravati, fairly small at that time. Yeah. And there began my journey into Holy Cross Convent. So from Mumbai, where I was studying and I was fairly well adjusted in Mumbai till my third grade, and then suddenly I went to Amravati and I was like this girl from Mumbai,
Yeah.
who speaks fairly good English.
Yeah.
And I was the star attraction of the school, and it kind of gave me a lot of boost to my self-esteem, I would say, probably. And I have been in the same school till my 10th and also my 11th I did in Amravati.
But that was also because it's a big change, right? And a big transition. A big uptown girl, right from St. Columbia, to Amravati मध्ये
Yeah.
छोट्या शहरामध्ये.
It was a very big difference, basically, because but I think we were too young आणि आपण जेव्हा लहान असतो तेव्हा we adjusted.
Yeah.
Basically, it's all about you make friends quickly. And in fact, that's a very good thing that my upbringing has given me. The ability to adjust quickly to new environments, and, make new friends, and adjust to certain way, be a people's person who more going in many ways, kind of. And our school really taught us a lot of, I would give a lot of credit to our school. कारण तिथे ज्या व्हॅल्यूज होत्या आणि जे काही अपब्रिंगिंग डिसिप्लिन म्हणा आणि या सगळ्या गोष्टी इतक्या जास्ती आमच्या शाळेमध्ये ड्रिल झालेल्या होत्या बिकॉज इट वॉज मोर ऑफ अ कॉन्व्हेंट काइंड ऑफ एन्व्हायरमेंट वेअर हँडरायटिंग पासून तुमच्या प्रत्येक छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टीवरती खूप लक्ष दिलं जायचं आणि I could demonstrate a lot of leadership roles. I was more of a kind of a head captain, head girl, and throughout my school, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amravati was a very different place. And my father, he as a personality, he was someone who really helped everybody out. I could always remember him only helping people.
Was there a military system?
मिलिटरी शिस्त खूप होती खूपच पण what I saw him as a person who was out there helping everybody. He didn't get along in the government PSU system because of his discipline and people didn't really like it.
Oh, wow.
So that career, we saw him struggling a lot outside the army environment, basically. And so there were a lot of ups and downs also, job changes and all of that which came along with it. But that's how my overall childhood went. My mother is a teacher. She was always teaching in a school, which is English and geography. And so my upbringing was mostly in Amravati. And from there, we shifted to Pune when I was in my 12th grade.
12th grade.
Till then, a lot of what I am today is shaped because of my schooling. And बाबांचं जे त्यांच्या ऑफिसमध्ये कायम एक he had this wooden frames made for his cabin, and there were two of them which we always remember very starkly. I always remember them. So one was Satyameva Jayate, and the other one was Divyatvachi Jete Prachiti Tethe Kara Maze Zore. So go down to wisdom, to knowledge, and always stand for what is right and what is for the truth, basically, and that is what always wins. Those were things which were kind of subconsciously.
So have you always been studious and good girl, rank girl?
If you compare me to my younger brother, yes, I was a good girl.
You have two brothers and sisters.
I have one younger sibling. Yeah. So he's my younger brother. And academically, I was in school. I was fairly studious and did well. Fairly well. But I was more of a people's person, trying to take initiative in whatever activities were happening in the school.
So was it the school that actually encouraged you getting into these activities, or was it actually it started from your mom and dad? And plus Amravati probably as a small town, which gave you those opportunities to start helping people, or there were those kind of opportunities where you saw, okay, take the care of it.
I think it was a combination of all. Amravati, also my my parents who were always there trying to say that you need to help out. My father used to hold blood donation camps all the time in the factory. My mother used to teach the children from the community around and all of it. So it was always there as a culture in our family. And also my very early upbringing in Mumbai, which was my grandfather, we stayed in a chawl.
Okay.
Sari's culture is like a superb example of community and how you help each other. Kadhi zar bandhan asतं, ekmekanna madat kaरणं, धावून जाणं. So I have seen my grandfather also being there for everything.
It's a real community living.
Community living. I don't think there is anybody who feels lonely in a child system.
True.
They're so well connected to each other. All of that maybe had the seeds of being of empathy, I would say. feeling for the other. So I don't know whether it was the seeds of social work or anything like that, but yes, it helped me develop a lot of empathy towards things going on.
Right. Then you moved to Pune.
Yeah.
Another, not an uptown, but midtown. So that transition again. So
that was a little difficult because in Amravati, it was a pretty small town. Everybody knew each other, and, and I was amongst one of the leaders there in the school or everywhere, very popular. And in Pune, it just humbled me completely because I felt I was a nobody. In this whole thing, newcomer, and the culture was different, and things were really different. And that time, our family was also going through a lot of ups and downs and upheavals and all of that. So it was a real difficult phase at that time. But Pune transition was another big transition for me where I had to struggle in the initial days.
And what were your kind of hobbies apart from your studies all the time? You were student.
My hobbies were mostly reading.
Okay.
I used to read a lot. Cooking. And talking to people and, knowing them, helping them. That was always my favorite thing to do whenever I had free time, connecting with friends, making new friends.
So did you make it a diary?
I had a journal.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Amravati friends versus Pune friends.
No, nothing versus.
Versus, but basically your time spent.
Yeah.
In Amravati. How was it?
Amravati was very beautiful because we lived in a cotton factory and there was a huge campus. It was also safe and we used to play all the time. We were outside playing and barely stayed at home, apart from doing your homework. You come back from school, you just put down your bag, finish your homework and just go out and play. That's all we did. And, very safe environment.
Yeah. Obviously, military girl, daughter, safe. One more.
That time we were not in the army, so
he was not.
Yeah.
So Amravati Madastani, you weren't. I mean, your dad was.
No, he had retired from the Short Service Commission. So then he was in a civilian job. So he was in a PSU.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you still had your cousins coming over.
Yeah, totally. My cousins coming home from Bombay. They used to love it in Amravati. We used to have a lot of, and I was in an all girls school. So this change from in Amravati, there is a lot of Marwadi and Gujarati. And, the community is much more cosmopolitan also. And there, even talking to a boy was regarded as a big thing, in Amravati. Such a small town. And I came from a all girls school.
And this was 19?
This was in 1988.
Oh, wow.
And then when I came to Pune, it was a very open culture. So even that really was a little jarring for me. Overall, but the transition was fun again. Again, I adjusted within no time.
So yours was a neutral family. You were mom and dad.
Mom, dad, me and my brother.
That's really. Aji Azoba, you want to say?
Aji Azoba, Mumbai ka hai. My mother's parents used to live in Chennai. So we used to.
Oh wow, that's another thing.
Yeah, so my mom was born and brought up in Chennai.
Wow.
So we remember our holidays, vacations we used to spend in Chennai, 2 months at a stretch. And we used to live very close to the beach, so we used to race to the beach in the evening.
Amazing.
And, come back full of sand. And, it was so much fun while.
Miss those days, no?
Tremendous.
Days.
Love. I really miss them. They were beautiful.
So how was it taking values from your mom's side and your dad's side? And if your dad is coming from a military background, probably it was realistic as compared to if this is a non-military background.
There was a lot of difference. I mean, my father and my paternal side of family were much more, kind of risk takers. And, but the fact that my father joined the army, and so the environment was very different out here, being in Bombay. And my maternal grandparents, my granddad was somebody who took up a job in railway and he retired from railway, didn't take a promotion because he didn't want to move from Chennai.
Right.
So it was a very closed and my mom was the only daughter. So it was very close knit, secure family, zero risk taking ability. The paternal side was completely opposite. So it's
Oh,
a mix and match of these two cultures, and I
Did you
think
get
my
time
mom
to
must have
spend-
found it very difficult to adjust to this kind of an environment.
did you get some good time to spend with both the?
Yes, both my grandparents have spent some good quality time, and especially my maternal grandmom. The stories she told us are mostly where our value system is.
Yeah.
Grandmoms and their stories, and the way they get, they stay with us.
ते थोडे पर्क्युलेट होत आहेत झालेत म्हणजे.
व्हॅल्यू सिस्टम जी आपली फॉर्म होते ती कुठेतरी पर्क्युलेट होतेच आपल्याकडनं पुढे, आणि ती सबकॉन्शियसली होत राहते. मे बी द वे इट पर्क्युलेट्स इज डिफरंट.
आता म्हणतो की एवढे कल्चर्स आहेत. Yeah, it's like rich with so many diversities in terms of culture, values, opposite backgrounds. I think Maharashtrian typical family, and that too coming from a military family, which probably a little more progressive is what we
Yeah.
think. Pretty more practical. Was taken obviously yes, but when it comes to culture and traditional जे होत चाललंय, सो त्याच्यात गल्लत कशी झाली होती काळामध्ये? कारण मे बी अ पॉसिबिलिटी पेटर्नल ग्रँड पेरेंट्स थोडेसे जास्त प्रोग्रेसिव्ह असतील ॲज कम्पेअर्ड टू, बिकॉज दे कम फ्रॉम दे हॅव बीन लिव्हिंग विथ दॅट.
Yeah.
सो त्यावेळेस कन्फ्युजन झालं का, आणि ते कन्फ्युजन कसं सॉल्व्ह आउट केलं?
कन्फ्युजन कल्चरली जर का आपण म्हटलं तर मोरलेस इट्स माय मेटर्नल ग्रँड पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो लिव्ह इन चेन्नई.
ओके.
टिपिकल महाराष्ट्र मंडळ आणि हे सगळं तिकडे होतं,
ओके.
व्हेरी वायब्रंट, अँड दे वर व्हेरी ऍक्टिव्ह इन ऑल. सो दे वर प्रोग्रेसिव्ह माइंडसेट वाईज, बट ऍज अ लाईफस्टाईल इट वॉज व्हेरी स्ट्रक्चर्ड. म्हणजे इतके वाजता उठणं म्हणजे उठणं, इतके वाजता जेवण व्हायलाच पाहिजे, रात्री परत झोपण्याची वेळ फिक्स, काय खायचं, कधी खायचं, सगळ्या गोष्टी खूप स्ट्रीमलाईन होत्या. काइंड
देवाचं किंवा
देवाचं फारसं म्हणजे देव गॉड लव्हिंग both my maternal grandparents, but none of us was God fearing as such. आणि हे असं आमच्याकडे श्रद्धा खूप, म्हणजे कशावर कुठेतरी श्रद्धा ठेवणं हे लहानपणापासून आमच्यामध्ये इट्स अ पार्ट. लाईक साईबाबांवरती श्रद्धा आहे माझ्या आईची खूपच. माय फादर ही वॉज मोर स्पिरिच्युअल. आय मीन लेटर ऑन इन हिज लेटर लाईफ पूजा आणि हे सगळं करणं बाबा जास्ती करायला लागले. पण श्रद्धा असणं कुठेतरी आपल्यापेक्षा एक सुपरनॅचरल पॉवर आहे जिथे आपल्याला नतमस्तक व्हायला पाहिजे. संध्याकाळची शुभंकरोती कंपल्सरी घरामध्ये होणं, हे जे संस्काराचा भाग आहे, सत्यनारायण वर्षात एकदा व्हायलाच पाहिजे.
The reason I'm asking because you are into a social work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people come from very struggle. And अंधश्रद्धा खूप असते.
खूप.
आणि कधी कधी असं वाटतं की अंधश्रद्धा ही श्रद्धा याच्यामध्ये खूप खूप वेगळं. People are not able to really. I like the word that you use. God fearing नव्हते, but God doesn't. आणि उलट आहे जास्त की हे केलंच पाहिजे, नाही तर काही करू शकतो त्याचे परिणाम म्हणून आपण ते. सो काही लोक मनापासून करतात, काही नाही करत कारण काही घाबरून. सो प्रॉब्ली आपण पुढल्या पॉडकास्टमध्ये विषय पण जास्त बोलू की हाऊ डिड यू हँडल द सिच्युएशन्स when it comes to education, especially.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you may have met so many people.
Oh, there are tremendous stories I can share with
Yeah.
you. कारण इतके काही चुकीचे समज असतात, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये म्हणजे इव्हन मेंटल हेल्थ रिलेटेड पण आमच्या काही मुलांमध्ये जेव्हा आम्हाला काही रेड फ्लॅग्स दिसले किंवा त्यांना मग काउन्सिलिंगची गरज अगदी उघड दिसत असताना सुद्धा मग लोक मग नाही याला काहीतरी बाहेरचं लागलंय, मग काउन्सिलिंगला येणं बंद करून दुसरीकडे कुठेतरी मी काहीतरी उपाय करणं किंवा ह्या देवळात नाही त्या देवळात नाही काहीतरी नवस बोल, हे सगळं म्हणजे अनसायंटिफिकली बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी चाललेल्या असतात. सो डेफिनेटली म्हणजे आपल्याकडे खूप थिन लाईन आहे की आणि परत श्रद्धा असणं आणि ते कर्मकांड असणं आणि ह्या सगळ्यामध्ये पण खूप मोठा एक फरक आहे. आणि अंधश्रद्धा तर म्हणजे असूच नाही माझ्या मते. आय एम व्हेरी मच अगेन्स्ट इट, पण श्रद्धा असणं पण तेवढंच नाही.
So when those values got populated from your grandfather and grandmom, both paternal and maternal, how did you make it a point to forward it to your daughters? You have to do this.
I have to do this.
So
Yeah.
And how did they take it? Obviously generation gap. हे सगळं बोललं जातं, पण हे लूजली बोललं जातं. I'm sure there's a lot to take from there.
Yeah.
And good things. And there are a lot to also ignore. Because it's dynamic work. Right? So how did you share it with your daughters later?
So I feel, all that is old is not gold. So, but you have to pick and choose what is gold, because there is something which is really, and all that is new is also not trash. There are certain things which are really good, which we can really look at. So that's like कुठेतरी आपल्याला एक balance create करणं खूप गरजेचं आहे, कारण पुढच्या पिढीबरोबर कनेक्ट होतात. सो इफ यू आस्क मी, हे सगळे व्हॅल्यूज जे मी माझ्या अपब्रिंगिंग मध्ये जे मला मिळाले, ते मी पुढे मुलींना कसं पर्कोलेट केले याच्यावरती विचार केला तर ते सबकॉन्शियसली झाले माझ्यामध्ये. मी असं कुठेही एफर्ट असा खूप आउट ऑफ द वे जाऊन ते करायचा प्रयत्न कधी केला नाही. मला कायम माझा विश्वास आहे की the children are watching you and not listening to you. So you have to be the role model, you have to walk the talk, and as and when they are observing you, they kind of, these values percolate and मग ते आपोआप त्यांची व्हॅल्यू सिस्टम होते. आणि तो एक छान रिलेशनशिप तुमचं छान असेल ना, तर ऑटोमॅटिकली त्या व्हॅल्यूज ट्रान्सफर होतात. मे बी काही गोष्टी त्यांना नाही पटत आणि त्याचा माझा कधी अट्टहास पण नसतो, मला हे आवडतं म्हणून मी करते.
राग येतो ना?
नाही, राग येण्यासारखं काहीच नाहीये ना. वाय
देयर आर पेरेंट्स हू लाईक नाही माझा ऐकच पाहिजे.
हा, म्हणजे मुलं आहेत आपली, ती आपण एकतर कन्सेंट फॉर्म घेऊन त्यांना जन्माला घालतो आपल्या घरामध्ये. जस्ट कम अँड दे आर विथ अस अँड वी आर ऑल इन दिस टुगेदर. आणि आपण नॅव्हिगेट करतोय काही गोष्टी. हा, त्यांच्या हिताच्या विरुद्ध वागायला लागले तर आपलं काम आहे की तिथे स्टॉप करून त्यांना ती जाणीव करून देणं तेव्हा. सो दॅट्स ऑल दॅट वी कॅन डू बेसिकली. सर्टन टाइम्स त्यांनाही आपला राग येत असेल काही गोष्टींचा. त्यामुळे मला आय डोंट थिंक इट वॉज लाईक ही शिस्त आणि ही व्हॅल्यूज असं कधीच नव्हतं. इट वॉज डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटेड इन द हाऊस अँड वी ऑल they picked it up. My daughter is in the US and she still does संध्याकाळचं शुभंकरोती. तिथे एकटी असली तरी ती उदबत्तीला साईबाबांची मूर्ती नेली आहे तिने, तिथे तिच्या स्टडीवरती ठेवली आहे. ते मला सांगायलाच लागलं नाही. जाताना मला ती म्हटली मला शिर्डीला घेऊन जाऊन मला एक साईबाबांची मूर्ती नेली. शी सॉ मी डुईंग इट. देयर वॉज नो कंपल्शन ऑन. दे स्टार्टेड आणि दे कॅरीड.
So you have two daughters and you can see the kind of bond त्याच्यामध्ये आहे, भांडण आहे, थोडीशी कॉम्पिटिशन आहे, हेल्दी कॉम्पिटिशन. हाऊ वॉज इट वे बॅक विथ यू युअर
brothers? I have two daughters, so the sibling bond between two sisters is much more peaceful than the sibling bond between a brother and a sister or two brothers probably. So he was very naughty. He was extremely naughty. खूप आमची त्याच्यावरनं सारखी खोड्या काढायच्या, म्हणजे सगळ्यांच्या खोड्या काढणं हे त्याला ते मजा असायची. पण इट वॉज टू मच ऑफ फन. सो इनफॅक्ट वी शेअर सच अ स्ट्रॉंग बॉन्ड की बिकॉज ऑफ आवर बॉन्ड I had decided when, if at all I decide to have children, it will be 2 or none.
Okay.
Because I wanted, if at all I have a child, I wanted them to have that sibling kind of a relationship also, because I thoroughly cherish my bond with my brothers. What a growing up years it has been beautiful, though he was mastipur.
So मुलगा म्हणून त्याला काही वेगळे ट्रीटमेंट, मुलगी म्हणून वेगळी ट्रीटमेंट, राजा मुलींना जास्त सुनावणं कधी लिनियन्सी कधी.
हा, तो म्हणजे पुण्यात आल्यानंतर तो डिफरन्स जास्ती जाणवला. अमरावतीला असताना एवढं काही नव्हता, कारण काही फारसं काही करायला नव्हतंच म्हणजे अमरावतीला. सो इट वॉज मोर ऑफ नॉर्मल सिम्पल लाईफ. संध्याकाळनंतर बाहेर कोणीच जायचं नाही जास्त. आम्ही घरीच असायचो, 7-4 घरात वगैरे असं. मग घरात असलो की उलट भांडणं जास्ती, म्हणजे मस्ती जास्ती, या सगळ्या गोष्टी अमरावतीला होत्या. बट वी बोथ हॅव अ very fond memories of growing up. I was very protective towards him. He was very protective towards me. आम्ही एकमेकांशी भांडायचो, पण बाहेरचं कोणी आलं की used to gang up. So that bond is beautiful.
That's amazing.
पुण्यात आल्यानंतर he went on to be an actor. So his field was very different. I mean, when he made that choice, there was a war in the house because my father couldn't understand his choice.
He's from military and then
he couldn't. म्हणजे तू आर्मीत तरी जा, नाही तर मग he had taken him to a college in Ahmednagar, somewhere, to do BSc Agriculture or something like that. He went to taken Rakesh to see the college and he ran away from the college. He said,
Wow.
I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of.
Okay.
So my father had a lot of issues accepting his choices. My mom and me used to be caught in the crossfire. Right?
Yeah. Were you his secret corner that used to come and talk to you?
Yeah.
Everything and his son.
Not, I don't know whether he spoke to me everything, but whatever was necessary, I mean.
Yeah.
म्हणजे बऱ्यापैकी we used to confide a lot because he had sent his pictures to Kodak Mr. Photogenic and when he was in 11th, we didn't even know that. And we won that title. Then we went on to Mr. Pune, then Mr. Racing Mr. India, then to men films and acting, and that was a very different territory for us.
Yeah.
But hats off to him, he survived that industry with no God funds.
Amazing, right?
Still holds his foot strong.
Yeah. For people who do not know, Rakesh Bhagat is her brother. That's the introduction that I would like to give you guys. I didn't know Rakesh is her brother. So that's amazing because whatever I read about you, I was like drawn more toward this is amazing. I mean, slowly and steadily we will move toward SAF Shamsher Foundation, various other work that you're doing. But 12th Monday when you moved to Pune, your life changed.
It did.
Yes. Was it a 360-degree change? And did it help you to probably start getting a little more serious about what you want to do next? And how things really moved at that moment?
So I was very good at science.
Okay.
In my school. So people thought I would pursue science and, want to do something in medicine.
Yeah.
And all of that. But since that time, there was no career guidance as such. So it was just very thoktal. म्हणजे 80च्या वरती सायन्स घ्या, नाही तर कॉमर्स घ्या, नाही तर आर्ट्स घ्या. इतकं ते असं सिम्पल होतं त्यावेळेस. So, but due to the financial background back then that we were going through some problems at home. So, that time I thought that studying science would be a long journey and I don't know whether it would be funded or not. So, 11th मध्ये though I had very good percentage in the 10th, I picked up commerce. Because I thought I could then, work, earn and learn and all would be possible when I was doing my BCom or commerce studies basically. So when I moved to Pune in symbiosis in the 12th also, I topped my college in 12th in commerce immediately. As I came here, by nature, I'm somebody who's like, I make friends very easily. I can't be sad for a long time. So that's my thought. So you have to be happy. So you have to be connected to people. So I first few months were difficult for me, but then I adjusted. And at that time, I realized that I want to learn computers. Because computers was a big thing at Manhattan.
Yeah.
NIIT, and institutes which would teach tech.
Yeah.
And the fees were like crazy. It was so expensive. So I said, this is not what I can do. So I thought I'd pick up a job and which helps me learn on the job kind of a thing. So I remember my first job when I came to Pune in my 12th standard was that of typing with a manufacturing unit. They want someone to type their quotations. So I used to every day go there. I'm on a typewriter. The quotations format was the same. There were typewriters. Type a quotation. फक्त ऍड्रेस वरचा बदलायचा आणि रोज 30 quotation सेम कंटेंट टाइप करायचा आणि मेल करायचं. दॅट वॉज माय फर्स्ट जॉब, ₹100 or something like that. And then moved on to another job in my first year. But all through, even when I talked in my 12th, my teachers told me you should look at chartered accountancy or you should start giving your entrances. तेव्हा म्हणजे विचारायची पण भीती वाटायची आणि काही गुगल वगैरे अशी इन्फॉर्मेशन इतकी इझिली अवेलेबल नव्हती. सो मे बी नाव इन रेट्रोस्पेक्ट आय फील दॅट had I had somebody to mentor me at that time, maybe I would have easily gone into some professional course and excel. So that was one thing I lacked at that time. But anyway, it's all good. I mean, I don't live in regrets. So whatever happened for a reason. And then I picked up a job for ₹300. I used to work from 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening and do data entry, DTP, PageMaker, everything I learned on job for 3 years. That exposure is what Pune gave me. And as soon as I finished my graduation, I started my own small unit in this place called Sagar Architect, a tables place at 400 rupees rent.
Oh, FC Road la Sagar.
And a computer, Saraswat 91 लोग करने computer घेतला, dot matrix printer.
Dot matrix.
आणि तिथे आम्ही thesis वगैरे त्याचं टायपिंग आणि DTP, CSS ads, PageMaker. So I started my business in Shri Graphics at that.
Wow. But business you why not a job?
At that point, I saw the opportunity. कारण तेव्हा DTP आणि हे thesis वगैरे जे type करायला, when I actually my Atya had a boutique in Sagar Arcade.
Oh.
So after my job, I used to go and sit at her boutique and all and see a lot of things happening in technology and DTP's एक unit शेजारीच होते. 70 रुपये per page वगैरे DTP ला. Laser printout was 70 rupees per page. Can you imagine? So I saw a lot of scope there. And I thought that is something which I would like to explore. And I was always an entrepreneur, and as I told you.
Yeah, I mean, entrepreneur, it's very interesting. I तुमचे teacher, body military. So there always been a job. Even after his retirement, he was into a job. So did you not think it was a risk with more experience getting into a job? I mean, getting into entrepreneurship.
I think my Atya was a hardcore entrepreneur throughout the life.
Okay.
My dad's sister, I was very close to her. And whenever I used to come to Bombay, I used to stay with her a lot. And she had a very large influence on me right from my childhood. And bithun, I think I get that entrepreneurship kind of thing from my Atya. So I always thought that, if there's a problem, you need to solve it. And look at the opportunity for growth.
There was a guiding star.
There was a guiding star in my Atya.
But the mom and dad did not have patience. Do a job, you learn better, you are...
My mom and dad, we had so many things going on at home that it was like they said, as long as you're doing whatever you do, it's fine. They trusted me. They actually... म्हणजे तो एक म्हणतो ना ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज की मला 10वी मध्ये खरं तर इतके चांगले मॅथ्सला मार्क्स आणि अगदी कॉन्शियस पेरेंट्स कदाचित इंजिनिअरिंग कर वगैरे आय वुड बीन अ सॅड इंजिनियर बट या सो दे लेट मी बी I think credit goes to them for letting me be and letting me arriving at my life journey. Also, I mean, both plus and minus. But there were other issues. They were firefighting. So for me, as long as I was making my choices and going ahead, it's fine.
So the kind of work that you need right now, do you think probably आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे की बरेचसे कोर्सेस आहेत वेलफेअरचे कोर्सेस become a psychiatrist. That could also be line that might come to the conversation. There are a lot of yes. I think about trend crashes are really probably people are accepting that there needs to be a change for better. Maybe generation gap again going back to the same time. Generations change, so that could be a good thing about the new generations coming up, that they're open to listen to at least, if not accept, right? And probably पहिले त्यांचे एवढे standards नाही stereotypes. They were like, they were not even ready to listen.
Right.
नाही तुम्हाला काही कळत नाही आम्ही आतापर्यंत असे करतो. So असे पण काही लोक तुम्हाला भेटले का तुमच्या कार्यात? And they were hundreds.
Big time. Parenting, over-parenting, or living your ambitions through your child. There are so many parents I meet day in and day out.
Wow.
Karan, I mean, I see parents who really are so, they have almost decided their child's life without giving that window of exploration to the child, basically. And then it becomes like a tug of war and insecurity for the future. अरे बापरे आपले आपण हे स्टँडर्ड्स वाढवलेले आहेत ते आपण वाढवलेले निदान तेवढं तरी तुला मेंटेन करायला मग तू हे कर आधी इंजिनियर हो मग त्याच्यानंतर बघ तुला काय करायचं बट दे डोंट रिअलाइज दॅट लर्निंग साठीचा जो एज आहे especially teenagers and up to 25, when the neural development of the speed at which a child can learn because of the myelination and all the neural networks that are being formed at a very high, like faster than in any other age, gives a very big window for learning. मग तिथे तुम्ही मुलाचं मोटिवेशन आणि त्याचे लिंकेजेस जर का फ्युचरशी असतील करिअरशी वगैरे तर वी स्पेंड्स टाइम डुईंग दॅट देन देर इज अ हायर चान्स ऑफ गेनिंग एक्सलन्स अदरवाइज इडियोक्रेसी राहते. सो coming to your point, yes, there is a lot of interference. So I work in the community where there are parents who say की शाळेत ठेवायचं तर ठेवा नाही तर घरी पाठवा मुलं, म्हणजे झिरो पेरेंट. And my daughter went to an IB school where that WhatsApp group had to silence. किती पेरेंट्स आर इन्व्हॉल्व, दिलं तर का दिलं, हे का नाही दिलं, मग जेवण दिलं तर हे का नाही दिलं, इतक्या छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टींवरती इंटरफिअरन्स म्हणजे ओव्हर पेरेंटिंगचा एक. सो देयर इज अ फुल.
This is really interesting, and we will talk in little more detail. But now the curiosity has, I don't want to kill the curiosity. साधारण काय वयापासून probably, I mean, I'm asking you again, not just as a parent, but probably also being a common man. की असे नोशन्स पण असतात आमच्या मुलांना आम्ही बाहेरचे मी काय सांगायचं
पण ती फॅक्ट आहे
आणि
आपल्या मुलाला आपणच ओळखतो
खरंच ओळखतो का हा पण प्रश्न आहे. कारण इंटरेस्ट मुलांचे वेगळे असतात, इंडिव्हिज्युअल ऑब्व्हियसली त्यांना एक्सपोजर पण वेगवेगळे असतं. आपण जे एक्सपोजर मधून मोठे झालो त्यावेळेसचा टाइम पिरियड आणि आत्ताचा टाइम पिरियड खूपच मोठा फरक आहे. आपण काय म्हणत असतो की हा कायम फोन असतो, आता फोन पण आपणच नाही. सो बेसिकली साधारण काय वयात असतं should do you think we should let kids be what they are? I mean, मला तर असं वाटतं प्रॉब्ली 4 वर्षापर्यंत 5 वर्षापर्यंत त्यांचं ब्रेन तसं बघायला गेलं तर न्यूरोलॉजिकली तयार असतं. They have already
learned. There's a new research which shows due to imaging techniques and now again 12 ते 25 पर्यंत they can spurt. So आधी जे म्हटलं जायचं म्हणजे डॉक्टर शिरीषा साठे will talk more scientifically about these things, but through our research in Shamji Foundation, what we have realized and what we are now training teachers for also is 12 to 24. त्याच्यामध्ये अजून एक स्पर्ट असते. सो इट इज फक्त 5 वर्षापर्यंतच होतं डेव्हलपमेंट आणि नंतर पुढे इज जस्ट एन एक्सटेन्शन, इज नॉट ट्रू एनीमोर. So latest research shows that there is another spurt and which is also equally important. आणि म्हणून पेरेंट्सनी ह्या वयोगटाच्या मुलांकडे पण लक्ष देण्याची गरज आहे. लक्ष देणं म्हणजे पोलिसिंग करणं नाही. Yeah. So parents now, I'll tell you what, parents know their children the best. I am of that strong opinion. They don't want to accept maybe at times the limitations of the child and they, तो प्रॉब्लेम असू शकतो. म्हणजे शिरीषा साठे ऑलवेज सेज दॅट इट्स द प्रॉब्लेम इज नॉट दॅट चिल्ड्रन आर अफ्रेड ऑफ द डार्कनेस बट एडल्ट्स आर अफ्रेड ऑफ द लाईट. पेरेंट्सना पण माहिती असतं पण त्यांना तो एक्सेप्ट करायला जड जातात काही काही गोष्टी की काय स्ट्रेंथ्स अँड विकनेसेस आहेत. आणि आपण ओव्हरकमिंग विकनेसेस वरती इतके कंडिशन्ड आहोत ना की स्ट्रेंथ्स बघणं विसरतो. सो इफ यू फोकस ऑन द स्ट्रेंथ अँड हेल्प देम कम अप, motivate them to see what if their strengths can transform into and how they can help them, how they can on the quality and excellence कडे कसं जाता येईल based on their strengths. म्हणजे एक्स्ट्रोवर्ट मुलगा असेल तर पेरेंट्स म्हणतात त्याला जरा आता शांत बसायला शिकवायला पाहिजे. शांत मुलं असतील तर ते म्हणतात ते कसं काय होणार याचं पुढे, याला थोडंसं त्यांनी नको मिक्सअप व्हायला. म्हणजे इंट्रोवर्ट एक्स्ट्रोवर्ट, सो एव्हरीथिंग इज ऑन द ओव्हरकमिंग वीकनेस वरचा फोकस. बट व्हॉट अबाउट द स्ट्रेंथ?
Why is it that parents, and I'm also parent, sometimes I also do that mistake, what is perfect, and we forget sometimes we are kind of pushing the person toward perfection. Again, we don't know if perfection will be, and still we are trying to push it.
Perfection doesn't exist,
right?
There's nothing called perfection in life. Quest for excellence आहे का तर आहे. As a ethic, as a value system, trying to do the best of what you can, be the best version of your own self. But perfection as such is a myth, basically. There is no perfect parent, there is no perfect child. Nothing called perfection. So then what are we running with?
Okay.
And
What are we really running behind?
It is the bond between the child and the parent which is most precious. आणि पेरेंट्सचं क्वालिफिकेशन काय? आज मेनी पेरेंट्स काय क्वालिफिकेशन आहे? He is born a few years before them. आणि असो जरा थोडे आपण उन्हाळ्यात पावसाळ्यात जास्ती पाहिले त्यामुळे थोडंसं विजडम आपलं
विषय आहे. And some parents will not like it. आपण असं डायरेक्टली विचारते अरे तुमचं क्वालिफिकेशन काय?
इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करायची गरजच आहे. म्हणजे आपण वी आर ॲज ओल्ड ॲज आवर चिल्ड्रन, राईट? I always, like we always say, I felt I was the best mother in the world till my first child was born.
Yeah.
And then it crumbled. Look, it's all trial and error, work in progress.
It's like a real and reality kind of thing. Yeah, true.
आणि मग आपलं जो एक पेरेंटल रोल असतो ना तो कुठेतरी मुलाच्या सक्सेस म्हणजे दॅट्स नॉट दे आर नॉट ट्रॉफी किड्स, राईट?
I like it. Yeah. They are not trophies.
आणि त्याच्याशी आपला इगो लिंक करायची काहीच गरज नाही. इट्स लाईक जस्ट एज वी आर ह्युमन. पेरेंट्स आर नॉट सुपर हिरोज. भूषण शुक्ला साईड इन दॅट ओव्हर पेरेंटिंगचं आहे की मुलं बघताय तुम्ही सुपर हिरो नाही आहात. तुम्ही रोज खिडकीतून उडी मारून खाली नाही जाऊ शकत. तुम्हाला लिफ्ट मधनच खाली जायला लागतंय, ट्रॅफिक मधनं ऑफिसला जायला लागतंय, तिकडनं आल्यानंतर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड तुम्ही दिसताय विजिबली. कारण आता इतकं कॉम्प्लेक्स झालंय. सचिन, यू नो दॅट इव्हन आवर लाईफ इज सो मच मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स दॅन आवर पेरेंट्स अँड दे आर लाईफ.
पण तरी थोडंसं असतं आमच्या वेळेस
पण ते असतं. त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं सांगू का? या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण ऍक्सेप्ट करत नाही त्याच्याने नुकसान कोणाचं होतं तर आपलंच होतं. कारण मुलांबरोबरचा आपला जो बॉन्ड आहे ना तो पण टिकवू शकत नाही. शेवटपर्यंत आता मुलं आपली वी आर रेझिंग देम टू बी ग्लोबल सिटीझन्स. तर तो जर का आपल्याला व्हॉट एव्हर विल रिमेन विथ अस वुड बी दॅट तो नर्चर नाही करता आला मग नथिंग एल्स इज वर्थ इट इन द होल वर्ल्ड.
Nice. This is really getting heavy. So for us, we will go back. No, it's okay. That's really good actually. We'll go back to Shamshek. सुरुवात कशी झाली? Concept काय आहे? And what made you start at such a, I would say, pretty much at a young age, right? And usually लोक म्हणतात नाही आम्ही काहीतरी असं करू क्लास काहीतरी फाउंडेशन करू. So tell us the story.
बेसिकली मला फाउंडेशन सुरू करायचं, एनजीओ सुरू करायचं कधीच माझा प्लॅन. इट्स सो हॅपेंड. म्हणजे बेसिकली आय आफ्टर माय लाईक एज आय सेड आय वॉज टू डीटीपी प्रिंटिंग. देन आय मूव्ड ऑन टू हेड हंटिंग इन आयटी सेक्टर. त्याच्यानंतर आय हॅड अ प्लेसमेंट कन्सल्टन्सी बिफोर Naukri.com started. And then eventually after my second daughter's birth, then there were a few problems on the personal front and a few difficult choices that I had made. So for that, I wanted to have a job, more stable kind of a thing. So me branding and advertising, Pune Gadge Jewellers advertising department. There was no advertising department to starting a in-house ad agency. That whole period I worked for one page for 5 years with.
So you made the branding for Pune.
Yeah, and Lazawri, Rico Homes, and multiple other brands. And my career was at the peak, and my children were also growing up.
Yeah.
And that's a time, unfortunately, in 2009 December, I met with an accident.
Okay.
And I was, homebound. My elbow was crushed, and I had multiple injuries on the foot and all of that. So I was bedridden for at least 2 to 3 months. And that was a shock for my children also.
Yeah.
And for me, yes. So I took some time to recover, and then that's the time when I was these existential questions started coming up. की आपण सगळं करतोय कशासाठी? Who am I proving myself? What am I proving myself? All these questions. मग तिथे मग थोडंसं by the time I had a partner in life who was I had that luxury of taking a break and so that's the time when I really took a step back, thought about what I need to do, and I thought let me give back. First 1 वर्ष मी काही नाही, मी किटी पार्टीज केल्या आणि shopping केलं, स्पाला गेले, but I thought I'll go mad. I can't do this. So then I need to really engage my time doing something worthwhile. I started volunteering with NGOs. I started visiting various NGOs in various sectors to see where I fit. Because, ultimately तुमचं calling कुठे हे तुम्हाला आधी ओळखायला लागतं. कारण सोशल कॉजेस म्हटलं तर इतके प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत वर्ल्ड मध्ये.
खूप मिथ्स पण आणि अवेअरनेस नाहीये. काय काही लोक म्हणतात सोशल एनजीओज म्हणजे यू डोंट नो. आय मीन सगळे झाले चॅरिटी आणि चॅरिटी पार्टनर्स. सो
yeah, so you don't need to be an NGO to do social media. To be very honest, I'm writing a book on that.
Oh, nice.
So, but I wanted to do something worthwhile, which is kind of helps somebody, That was where, and लहानपणापासून आमच्याकडे, as I told you, संस्कार असल्यामुळे काय करायचं म्हटल्यानंतर मग you don't want to get into corporate world, then the next thing would be to help others. So what do you really do then? आज जेव्हा विचार आला तेव्हा हे सगळं करताना I was like still struggling to find my place, either in writing checks or I'm, kind of volunteering, but not finding any meaningful impact that I'm creating.
Right.
Current NGOs are struggling, like they also don't have good volunteer engagement. Very few NGOs have got good volunteer engagement programs in India. So there was no way that I could, structured volunteerism करायला मला काही सापडत.
Okay.
So after that, then I decided, and I had not even decided anything. I was in that phase where आमच्या मावशी म्हणजे was looking after my daughters.
Okay.
So त्यांनी त्या माझ्याकडे आल्या सांगायला की त्यांची मुलगी आता 9वी मध्ये आणि शी इज गोइंग टू ड्रॉप आउट, काम बघायचे का, कारण ही अकॅडमिकली ओरिएंटेड नाहीये आणि आता 5वी मुलगी आहे घरामध्ये, तर निदान मग एक अर्निंग मेंबर होईल ना, तशी येईल. So that was really shocking. And that was I think the reason why Shyamji, even I thought about focusing on this field. कारण माझ्या दोन्ही मुली, माझी मोठी मुलगी आता डॉक्टर आहे, ती आता बॉस्टन मध्ये तिची रेसिडेन्सी आता सुरू होईल इंटरनल मेडिसिन. शी डिड हर MBBS फ्रॉम पुणे. आणि धाकटी आहे, तिला अभ्यास म्हणजे सोडून बाकी सगळं, शी इज अ पीपल्स पर्सन, ऑन्ट्रप्रेन्योर, शी इज जस्ट लाईक मी. And so she has been, आम्ही तिच्याबरोबर सगळे बोर्ड एक्सप्लोर करून, we have seen all the boards in India.
Wow.
CBSE, ICSE, SSC झालं, IB मध्ये गेली 10वी पर्यंत, त्याच्यानंतर NIOS केलं 11वी पर्यंत. ब्रीफली तिने BBA ला ऍडमिशन घेतली आणि शी सेड की इट्स नॉट हेल्पिंग मी, 3 महिन्यात तिने ड्रॉप घेतला. त्याच्यानंतर इग्नू मधनं तिने BA सायकोलॉजी केलं, while she was working all the time. And today she is working in a very good startup, learning a lot from great mentors, and doing very well. And someday she plans to step into entrepreneurship. So हे इतके दोन माझ्याकडे टू एंड्स, मी आणि माझा भाऊ जसे आम्ही पोल्स अपार्ट होतो, तसेच हे दोन. आणि ॲज अ मदर आय वॉज डुईंग माय लेवल बेस्ट टू नर्चर बोथ ऑफ देम. मी बोर्ड बदलले याच्यासाठी की मला कळत होतं की हिला हा बोर्ड सुटेबल नाही. I will not allow any board to undermine the confidence of my daughter. I will see and explore how well, what is it, where will she learn?
Yeah.
Which board will allow her to learn with her learning style. So I did it very well.
Overall, which board do you think is online? Sorry to cut you. Which board do you think is, like, people, they don't need to go to an IB, they don't need to go to read an ICSE, or, I don't know. एक रेग्युलर 10वी पर्यंत शिक्षण घ्यायचं युजली सगळ्या शाळांमध्ये जर टीचर्स चांगले असतील करत असतील. सो विच बोर्ड डू यू थिंक प्रॉब्ली?
प्रत्येक आपल्याकडे कसं आहे, एज्युकेशन देयर इज अ बेल कर्व इन एव्हरी पॉप्युलेशन. 20% मुलं जी असतात की जी अकॅडमिकली दे डोंट ऍडजस्ट, सो दे फॉल बिहाइंड. आणि 20% मुलं असतात who are academically high performers, or people call them gifted. I don't like that term because I feel every child is gifted.
Yeah.
But academically gifted for that reason. And 60% is the average. Right. So the education system is towards the 60%.
Right.
So दोन्हीकडचे 20% ह्यांना स्पेशल अटेन्शन लागतं. सो पालकांना पण पहिली जागरूकता ही पाहिजे की आपलं मूल कुठे नक्की याच्यामध्ये बसतं. आणि मग तिथून मग सो आय फील की बोर्ड इज लाईक जवळची शाळा ही बेस्ट शाळा असते तशाली. कारण आता तर ट्रॅफिक आणि हे सगळं बघतात, काही त्यांच्यावरती फिजिओलॉजिकल स्ट्रेस पण येतो जस्ट बाय ट्रॅव्हलिंग टू अँड फ्रो इज व्हेरी हाय. सो दॅट इज नॉर्मली द बेस्ट. पण मुलांमध्ये काही स्पेशल तुम्हाला काही स्ट्रेंथ्स दिसत असतील की ते या बोर्डमध्ये होते, ते माहिती देन यू कॅन ऑलवेज एक्सप्लोर. बट अदरवाइज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स SSC, CBSE, I say it's fine. There's the school is rooted in values. And
Needs to have some lens.
needs to have
Good values.
good values.
Going back to Shamshi again.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, so that was the thing which really shook me up. And the mother in me felt very restless. Mala koni vichalo to what have you enjoyed the most is being a parent. So that's something which I have thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
So, तिथे मग ते माझ्या ती आई की अरे असं कसं मग या दोघींना निघतो जाते आणि ही ड्रॉप आउट झाली तर काय वगैरे वगैरे. ऑफकोर्स आता नाव शी हॅज डन अ फॅशन डिझाईन डिप्लोमा, शी हॅज डन अ बीकॉम एक्सटर्नली, शी इज एम्प्लॉइंग विमेन and so Dhanashri and and also there was Nikita, which another girl I saw. So मी हे सगळं जेव्हा लक्षात यायला लागलं मला की काहीतरी घडतंय, मग मी टॉकिंग टू द कम्युनिटी, सगळे बिल्डिंग मधले मेट्स, ड्रायव्हर्स, सगळे म्हणायचे की ताई आम्हाला आम्ही नाही शिकलो मग पण आम्हाला आमच्या मुलांना शिकवायचं. सगळ्यांमध्ये म्हणजे जिद्द ती होती की आम्हाला शिकवायचंय, पण काय शिकवायचं आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये व्हॉट आर देअर स्ट्रेंथ, द चाइल्ड स्ट्रेंथ, हाऊ टू लिंक इट टू एक्सटर्नल ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज. त्याची ह्यांना फर्स्ट जनरेशन लर्नर्स आई वडील शिक्षित असल्यामुळे त्यांना ते माहिती नसायचं. मग ते काय माहिती ग्रॅज्युएट तरी करायचं, मग ते लोन काढायचे, काय असेल ते शिक्षणासाठी, किंवा आता गव्हर्नमेंटचे स्कीम्स पण इतके आले नाही ते पोहोचत नाही, पण त्याच्याने काही ना काहीतरी करायची जिद्द असायची. पण काय करायचं माहिती नसल्यामुळे काय व्हायचं, देन व्हॉट वी यूज टू सी इज इदर मुलं ड्रॉप आउट व्हायची 11वी-12वी नंतर, मुली जास्ती. आणि कारण त्यांना ते कुडंट मेक सेन्स ऑफ द एज्युकेशन, स्किल बेस्ड एज्युकेशन नसायचं, नुसतंच आपलं 11वी-12वी करा, ग्रॅज्युएशन करा. सो इट डिडंट मेक सेन्स टू देम. मग रोल मॉडेल्स नव्हते त्यांच्यासमोर, कारण कम्युनिटीमध्ये खूप अभ्यास करून सुद्धा इतकी मुलं आज आपण बघतोय की दे आर एज्युकेटेड विथ डिग्रीज बट डोंट हॅव अ जॉब. तर का कारण आपल्याला स्किल नाही. मग सो देयर वॉज नो रोल मॉडेल्स देयर. देयर वर सो मेनी केसेस विच, एक मुलगा तर आम्ही समोरच माझ्या एक शाळा होती गव्हर्नमेंटची, सो आय स्टार्टेड गोईंग अँड टॉकिंग टू चिल्ड्रन देयर टू अंडरस्टँड देअर प्रॉब्लेम. पीटीएला जाऊन मी पेरेंट्स बरोबर बोलायला, आणि तेव्हा तोच मुलगा म्हणजे वर्षभरात 11वी मध्ये जेव्हा गेला 10वीतला मुलगा, सो ही वॉज अ गुड स्टुडंट, म्हणजे त्याला 90% मिळाले ते, पण सेमी इंग्लिश. आणि म्हणजे आई वडिलांना म्हटलं तर हा इंजिनिअरिंग करेल आपलं, म्हणजे दॅट्स द ड्रीम दॅट दे हॅव. त्यांनी त्याला फिजिक्स क्लासला घातलं. आई वडील कार्पेंटर, आई हाऊसवाईफ, आणि लोन वगैरे काढून क्लास, आणि व्हेरी व्हेरी आउट गोईंग. आणि त्याला ते फिजिक्स झेपलं नाही आणि मराठी टू इंग्लिश तो स्विच जमला. So what really happened was very sad. I mean, that incident still makes me very painful experience. Then he that tuition class to terrace वर ना suicide.
Oh my God.
And it was like very jarring. Right?
Yeah.
It brings tears to your eyes. I mean, काय म्हणजे why? कोर्टाची पण परवाची आपण केस पाहिली. Why? I mean,
राजस्थान मध्ये.
So हे जिथे एकीकडे की couldn't that boy have done something else? You know, then there was my laundry. आमच्याकडे जे घरी येऊन साळुंके फॅमिली होती, they ran a laundry near our house, and for generations they've been in this business. त्यांचा मुलगा जो होता तो घरी यायचा, नेहमी छान बोलायचा वगैरे, आणि कपडे घेऊन जायचा, आणायचा. एक दिवस त्याचे वडील आले होते की हा डिप्रेशन मध्ये गेला, मी काही करू शकणार. का डिप्रेशन मध्ये गेला, तर त्याला इंजिनिअरिंगला ह्यांनी ऍडमिशन घेतली, कारण ते त्याला मार्क्स विशेष नव्हते, पण सगळेजण म्हटले नाही इंजिनिअरिंगला जाऊ दे, फ्युचर बरं आहे वगैरे वगैरे म्हणून. त्याचं इयर डाऊन झालं, ही कुठं, आणि मग शेवटी फायनल इयर त्यांनी केलं, पण विथ अगदीच जेमतेम पास झाला होता आणि प्लेसमेंट मिळत. त्याच्यामुळे तो आता डिप्रेशन मध्ये. आणि आई वडिलांनी एवढे पैसे आपल्यावरती खर्च केले, त्याचं बर्डन परत येतं. आणि he refused to come out, but he's such a lovely boy. He knew the business in and out. आणि आज Marriott's laundry manager is earning close to lakh and a half as a salary. So then I took him to such places, made him meet a few people, and then he joined Rulai, where his engineering skills and the skills that he had, which were through prior learning, would be combined. And now he's doing a great job, and he's expanded his laundries also, and he's
Amazing.
now a job provider. So these small things, now these children don't have. Mummy नेहमी म्हणते की right to right education, the right guidance at the right time. Time is the essence. कारण एकदा तो टाइम निघून गेला आणि मुलं त्या मेनस्ट्रीम मधनं बाहेर पडली, हा थांबणं त्यांना खूप कठीण झालं. हाऊ डू यू कीप देम? डेमोग्राफिक डिव्हिडंड आपण म्हणतोय, डिझास्टर कडेच चाललोय. युएस मध्ये there was a research which I had read की ते किती मुलं आर लायकली टू ड्रॉप आउट फ्रॉम हाय स्कूल, त्याच्यावरती ते कॅल्क्युलेट द नंबर ऑफ प्रिझन्स दे वुड रिक्वायर इन फ्युचर. That's the social impact we are talking about. Then I think we need to make it. So those were the things which I realized during 2011 वगैरे. आणि तिथून मग आय थॉट की दिस अ बिग प्रॉब्लेम. मी माझ्या मैत्रिणींना बरोबर आणली, म्हटलं चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम आवर होम्स, आणि आपण आपापल्या घरी मेट्सच्या मुलांना, ड्रायव्हर्सना सगळ्यांना विचारू की काय शिकतात तुम्ही, त्यांना मदत करायला सुरुवात. कारण धनश्री ड्रॉपआउट होणार त्याची फी कारण 10वीपासून जी होती, किती फी, 5,000-6,000, पण एक डिनरला किती खर्च करू शकतो. सो हे आपण, आणि दीज चिल्ड्रन नॉट फ्रॉम वन डिफरंट प्लॅनेट. कोणाचे तरी आई वडील कोणाच्या तरी घरी काम करतायत, ऑफिसमध्ये काम करतात. जस्ट दॅट ॲज अ community, are we going to even look at invest in prevention and have the empathy to ask? So तिथूनची सुरुवात झाली. पण मग तिथे काय व्हायला लागलं, डोनर डोनी केले. बऱ्याचशा माझ्या मैत्रिणी की आपण बोला होतो, 3-4 हजार रुपये फी भरली, 5-10 हजार रुपये, मग फीडबॅक आला नाही काय, ते बघा ही मुलं यांना काही किंमत नसते. पण मला असं वाटायचं की आपण कितींदा आपल्या मुलांसाठी सगळं देतो, पण कितींदा ते आपल्या मनासारखं रेसिप्रोकेट करतो. So it can't be a donor-donee relationship because then the child is
transactional only.
आणि ते मूल 10-12 त्याच्यात घरी जातं, तिथे वडील दारू पिऊन आईला मारणार आहे, आजूबाजूला कोणतरी दारू पितंय, सिगरेट होतंय, काय काय नाही ते संस्कार होत आहेत मुलांना. मग कसं आपण यांच्या मागे उभे राहणार सोसायटीमध्ये? Then it needs the spirit of motherhood. That's why Shamshi now.
नाव पण श्यामची आहे.
नाव कारण तो सिनेमा जो आपण महाराष्ट्र, आपल्याला तर सगळ्यांना नवी ग्रो अप, सो मे बी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन डझंट नो अबाउट इट, बट प्रत्येक वेळेस तो सिनेमा पाहिला की डोळ्यात पाणी, आई बरोबर बसून बघताना रडायला यायचंच. इट्स द बिगेस्ट काइंड ऑफ ट्रिब्यूट टू मदर्स रोल इन द शेपिंग ऑफ अ चाइल्ड्स पर्सनॅलिटी. आणि मदरहुड इज नॉट जेंडर स्पेसिफिक, इट्स अ स्पिरिट. What does it mean? It means selfless giving. It means understanding the potential of the child. It means standing behind the child despite failing. So my thought was, if the entire society can extend that spirit of motherhood, just one child other than their own, I think we will have a much better place to live.
Agreed. Okay. आणि काय वेगळेच प्रोग्राम्स
आमच्या मध्ये सुरुवात आम्ही केली करिअर गायडन्स काउन्सिलिंग, मुलांना कसं करायचं. आय डिडंट नो हाऊ टू. मी फक्त माझ्या मुलींपुरताच जे काही मला नॉलेज होतं तेवढंच म्हणजे. सो देन आय वेंट टू डॉक्टर श्रीराम गीत, हू यूज्ड टू राईट, इज अ व्हेरी रिनोन्ड करिअर काउन्सिलर इन महाराष्ट्र. ही यूज्ड टू राईट इन महाराष्ट्र टाइम्स. त्यांच्याकडे गेलो. At that time he must be 70+. No, close to 70. So he was Jnana Prabodhiniche, one of the key people where he set up the guidance cell. So I asked him की हे मला करिअर गायडन्स मुलांसाठी काय करायचं, म्हटलं मला आता माहिती नाही, पण मी कसं जाऊ, आय डोंट नो हाऊ टू गो अबाउट दिस. So he was kind enough. I met a few very good stalwarts and they were very tall in their own domain and they gave selfless. ते म्हटले मी एक करिअर गायडन्सचा कोर्स सुरू करतो, तू 30 लोक जमा कर आणि मी तुम्हाला शिकवतो, माझ्याकडे जे जे अनुभव मी सगळं तुम्हाला देतो. आणि ही हेल्ड नथिंग. He actually trained us. When we trained, we had 10 such batches. Persistent madhe Sonali was the friend that time. She was kind to offer us a classroom in Persistent.
Oh, nice.
Nurse-stop office. And असं मैं कारवा बनता गया टाइप्स होत गेले. And so we started this, and there were like whoever joined our batches, they liked this whole thing of working for other children also, and they joined us as volunteers. Then that was a time when Sonali Assistant was having a student sponsorship program where they wanted us to mentor those children. For that reason, we had to register. Otherwise, I was not wanting to register an NGO. I just wanted it to be at an advocacy level.
Right. What is the span?
आम्ही खूप काम केलं त्याच्यानंतर. आम्ही कॉर्पोरेशनच्या मुलांबरोबर जेव्हा 2000 मुलांबरोबर काम केलं तेव्हा लक्षात आलं की त्यांना त्यांचे इंटरेस्ट, ऍप्टिट्यूड्स, त्यांना असलेली इन्फॉर्मेशन, PMC. Very interestingly, PMC has got 350 primary schools and only 20 secondary schools. Government free education जिथे मिळते. उरलेल्या सगळ्या प्रायव्हेट स्कूल, सेकंडरी मधल्या प्रायव्हेट स्कूल्स, तिथे ड्रॉपडाऊनचा रेशो खूप आहे. कारण मग तिथे 9वी नंतर मुलांना फी भरायला. अजूनही माझ्या मते फार काही चित्र बदललेलं नाही.
Secondary meaning 6%.
Secondary meaning 8-9. So we started working in the 22 odd schools that were there. Because that's where you will find the end of the bottom of the pyramid मधली मुलं सगळी त्याच शाळेमध्ये. मायग्रेटरी लेबर्स असतील तेव्हा या सगळ्यांची मुलं कॉर्पोरेशनच्या शाळेत. सो आम्ही तिथे जेव्हा केलं तेव्हा ज्ञान प्रबोधिनीची टेस्ट दिली. डेटा शोज दॅट त्यांची इंटरेस्ट, ऍप्टिट्यूड, मार्क्स, अम्बिशन्स, त्यांनी घेतलेले चॉईसेस, या सगळ्यामध्ये ना कुठेच काही ताळमेळच बसत नाही. आणि 11वी मध्ये त्यामुळे खूप हाय लेवल ऑफ ड्रॉपआउट्स.
पण ज्ञान प्रबोधिनी इज लाईक that's a high level.
Oh, but there was no other test available also at that time which could be given.
So was it suitable to those people?
No, that was another thing which I realized because it's a very long test आणि मग मुलं ते tic-tac-toe खेळल्यासारखं पण करायला लागले. So there are a lot of factors. So that was another thing which, so as I was, so I looked at the market. सगळ्या टेस्ट मी स्वतः घेऊन पाहिल्या. कोण कोण आहेत प्लेयर्स, तेव्हा कोण होते का, तेव्हा सॅडली less than 5% of the students had access to career guidance. And that too mostly in the urban sector. आणि 17 लाख मुलं दरवर्षी महाराष्ट्रातून फक्त स्टेट बोर्डला 10वीला असतात. सो कॅन यू इमॅजिन डिस्पेरिटी. गव्हर्नमेंटकडे पण एक डिपार्टमेंट होतं IBGS नावाचं. That was established 50 years back. So I really I was impressed by whoever must have founded it 50 years back, that children need vocational guidance. But unfortunately, it was very redundant. I mean, they just trained 500 counselors in the last 50 years in a 1-year diploma program, which was also pretty outdated. The tests were very outdated. So, lots needed to be done there also. So, it was my learning. I was exploring. I studied the RTE, Right to Education. मध्ये काय entitlements आहेत? What are the child's entitlements? Where are the gaps? So there was a lot of research and understanding of the field that I was.
There's so much of wisdom coming right. एवढं माहिती नसतं because our kids go to private schools. आणि मुळात फ्री एज्युकेशन आहे हेच माहिती. म्युनिसिपल स्कूल्स मध्ये पण आय एम शुअर दिस इज द असम्पशन की एक नॉमिनल फी तर असणार.
Government schools मध्ये it is free.
Totally free.
Yeah. So spending educationचा कुठे जातं ना? So we've got free education. They have midday meals. The schools, the infrastructures are so beautiful. You go to any. So in fact, when career guidance, I'm digressing a little bit. पण जेव्हा career guidance मला PMC schools मध्ये काय तेव्हा परवानगी लागते. तेव्हा शिक्षण मंडळ म्हणून येतो. त्यांच्याकडनं जाऊन तुम्हाला परवानगी घ्यायला लागते की आम्हाला या शाळांमध्ये करिअर गायडन्स जरी फ्री आपण करत असतो त्यांच्यासाठी, देयर इज नो कॉस्ट टू देम, तरी आपल्याला ती परमिशनचं एक लेटर लागतं. त्या परमिशनच्या लेटरसाठी एवढा वेळ गेला माझा, इतका. प्रत्येक वेळेस गेलं तर नोबडी आन्सरेबल. कुणाकडे जाणार आपण, कुणाकडनं ते पत्र घ्यायचं, एव्हरी टाइम सम डिफरंट आन्सर. की नाही तुम्ही ऑफिस सिरियल असताना तसं या डेस्कवरनं त्या जस्ट मुव्हिंग अराउंड ऑल द टाइम.
Is this still prevalent?
Yeah.
It has kind of improved
little bit. Bits and pieces, but that time so I would see CSR Act नुकताच आला होता इंडियामध्ये. इंडियामध्ये झालं 2% CSR Act आहे. That was introduced at around 2013.
Wow.
So तेव्हाच I had also started my social sector. तर तेव्हा एक मजा यायची की सगळेजण माझे CSR काही पाहिजे असेल तर CSR मधून मिळेल. ऍक्च्युअली ते सांता क्लॉज जस्ट व्हॉट इज CSR. म्हणजे शिक्षण मंडळात मी बसायची तेव्हा म्हटलं की आम्हाला हे करायचं, तुम्ही CSR आहे का तुमच्याकडे? आणि नाही पण आम्ही वी हॅव द रिसोर्सेस टू डू this test for these students. तुमच्याकडे CSR असेल तर आम्हाला पण मिळून द्यायला ते टीचर्सना आमच्या गाऊन्स पाहिजे गाऊन्स मध्ये ही मेंट टू से एप्रन्स सर असं नाही होत CSR ला ऍक्ट मी वाचलाय तर कॉर्पोरेट्स द होल आयडिया इनफॅक्ट I had gone and met the person who drafted the CSR policy because I wanted to understand his vision.
Yeah.
And his vision for CSR was that he was a bureaucrat, senior bureaucrat. His vision was he wanted government, corporates and NGOs to work as closely as possible for better impact because the government has the machinery which is irreplaceable.
Right.
The corporates have their way of functioning, measuring impact, their systems, governance, all of that. And the NGO has got grassroots level understanding. So if they three work together, then that's the sweet spot which he wanted to actually establish through CSR. It hasn't gone that way, sadly. But,
Yeah, and CSR after even corporates, for that matter, I think that I wouldn't say the corporates are taking it, but I think CSR per se is more of a fun activity.
CSR is, no, there are corporates who are doing it seriously also, but the thing is that corporates don't want to work with the government. Government doesn't want the corporates to interfere in their funding. They want them to bring their own funds and do everything free.
Right.
The NGOs who have the acumen to make great presentations and measure impact and all those things, technology and access to all of that, they are raising immense funds, but they're not as deep-rooted at the grassroots with the grassroots problems. The NGOs who are doing fantastic work at the grassroots level do not have access to those kind of funds or making those present because they're so busy solving the problems at the grassroots level, genuinely, and they've got immense learning. But so all of this to come together is where you will see change.
Yeah.
I think that is very important. But yeah. It's happening. I'm not saying that it is not happening, but not as much as it should. And anyways, those are my learnings. But that time I had mapped 3 years. So I told him, CSR तुम्हाला पाहिजे असेल तर असा नाही मिळणार. मी तुम्हाला एक need analysis करून देते तुमच्या शाळेत. So we actually with Symbiosis School of Economics and their interns, and the RTs entitlements बरोबर प्रत्येक शाळेमध्ये जाऊन HMs बरोबर बसून we looked at what is already there. काही शाळांमध्ये लायब्ररी एंटायटल असते लायब्ररी नाही किंवा कम्प्युटर लॅब नाही. काही शाळांमध्ये प्लेग्राऊंड आहे पण मग स्पोर्ट्स टीचर नाही. काही शाळांमध्ये टॉयलेट्स आहेत पण मेंटेनन्स होत नाहीये, हाऊसकीपिंग नाहीये, पाणी नाही. असे बरेच प्रॉब्लेम. कम्प्युटर आहेत पण इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नाही, वायफाय नाही. अशा सगळ्या गोष्टी ज्या वी क्रिएटेड अ कम्प्लीट पोर्टल कॉल्ड CSR for PMC schools and we mapped 350 schools, primary आणि secondary. That's when I knew that these many schools are deficit. आणि मग आम्ही CSR for PMC schools म्हणून वेबसाईट वापरली. Anybody could search, drop down and search for the nearest public school, see what the school needed, express interest in providing that, and we had a person sitting in the Shikshan Mandal facilitate the permission mechanism. मग तो ते सगळे GB मधल्या permissions हे ते त्यांच्या मीटिंग्स मधल्या. So that we almost with that I think the PMC schools could get help worth more than around 6 to 8 crores in a couple of years.
Amazing.
Then the leadership changed and it fizzled out.
This is all through Shamshay.
This was all in the initial years of Shamshay Foundation.
आणि आता Shamshay Foundation.
सो त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही करिअर गायडन्स मध्ये आम्हाला लक्षात आलं की हे शाळांमध्ये एवढा मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे तर इट नीड्स टू बी प्लग्ड इन द सिस्टम. कारण 10वी पर्यंत मुलं जर का येऊन पुढे काय करायचं माहिती नसेल तर आपलं एकेका मुलावरती 1-1 लाख रुपये खर्च होतो. कारण प्रॉब्लेम कुठे होतोय की 10वी पर्यंत दरवर्षी आपल्या टॅक्स पेअर मध्ये जवळपास 1-1 लाख रुपये एका मुलावरती शिक्षणावरती खर्च होतो. Education budgets madla 90% of the amount is going towards teacher salary, and so all of that. But then if you're getting children till the 10th grade and they don't know, they're clueless about the future, then what are we really? So the ship is designed to sail in the sea. Though it is safest in the harbor, it's designed to sail. And if it doesn't know its direction, you see the strongest of ships can sink. So what are we really doing? मग तिथे तो मग एज्युकेशन सिस्टम मध्ये तो प्लग करायला पाहिजे की असं लक्षात. मग my partner Bharat, so he had some good access to the government system because he's in construction, so he had those contacts. We got into the political system. We met the education minister, and he gave us full backing at that time. And so he said, no, career guidance is important and I want to give it to all my students. And that's when he called for all the NGOs working in the career space to say, how would you support us? Some said that, why we would pick up a district and do it through CSR, we would counsel 2 lakh students, 1 lakh students, 50,000 students.
Yeah.
I told him, we've worked for 2,000 students and I know that it's not easy.
Yeah.
And CSR is not a sustainable way of doing it. So we would rather strengthen your system. So we have an exit plan. For us, I feel that the efficiency of a not-for-profit is when it can make itself redundant.
Okay.
Same goes with parents.
Nice.
So otherwise the problem is there, you are there, everything. Unless it is direct intervention where in the health sector or anywhere else. Otherwise, if you're looking at a grassroots problem, the thing is, if you can't bring the policy level change and make it sustainable at scale, then it's a correct. So that was my belief. I mean, personal belief. I felt.
आता SAF मध्ये किती लोक चालले?
आता आम्ही scale down केले, but before the pandemic, we designed a test, new interest aptitude test. We gave it to the government. And we 17 lakh मुलांना free of cost special interest and aptitude test, app-based. So we had a tech team, around 100 people we had working with us.
Nice.
A tech team, content development. The University of Pune, we developed interest and aptitude test. We left out personality because children are still developing their personalities. Basic interest and aptitude वरती काही त्यांना data जरी मिळाला तर they can make better choices. असं करून आम्ही ती टेस्ट डेव्हलप केली आणि almost a crore of students have benefited across 5 states. So after we started in Maharashtra, MHRD picked this up as a best practice and we scaled up to 5 more states.
Nice.
And then we realized that teachers are lagging behind. कारण शिक्षक 20व्या शतकात आहेत आणि मुलं 21व्या शतकात आहेत. How do you bridge that gap? मग आम्ही टीचर काउन्सिलर्ससाठी online teacher training, which we trained 40,000 teachers over the same cohort for 4 years.
Okay.
Because this training was based on adult learning theories. We won the Lexus Design Award for social impact on training. And we have developed a neuropsychosocial approach to training. So every teacher can now connect to the child. Teenagers, basically. So all equips them with the neuroscience of teenagers, how to deal with their mental health, all of it.
Nice.
आणि आता 40,000 शिक्षक डिप्लोमा होल्डर आहेत. महाराष्ट्र इज द ओनली स्टेट who has 40,000 diploma holder teacher counselors in government schools. So it was across Maharashtra, all rural.
And these are all from Islam. Only from
SAF, no. Teachers were from the government.
Teachers are from the government.
SAF was the implementation partner of the
coordinators
government. We designed the training, we implemented it.
Right.
That's a loop we closed. I mean, career guidance assessment. 9वी 10वीला आम्ही टेक्स्टबुक बालभारतीला मदत केली to design on self-development.
So you have people like instructional designers.
We had all of them.
And if somebody wants to join or be a part of this foundation.
So now, coming to that, after the pandemic, once all our government programs ended, we've scaled down our operations now.
Okay.
And I am now in the process of restructuring the whole. And now I'm going to focus more on volunteer engagement. The first thing that Shamchi started with. So I want this to become a community level movement. I'm trying to see how we can develop an app for students and volunteers to come on the same page and run various programs, mentoring, scholarships, their governance and all of that. So that is something which I'm trying to do now so that we can scale it up to make it like a direct beneficiary program. And link it to skilling also. Because
skills development is most important.
That's where Shamchi is.
Yeah, true. And I can resonate to going back to the example that you shared with us, the laundry guy. Right? I mean, he just needed a guidance. He needed the right guidance. He would persevere. Obviously, he knew how to use it. Push out. So this will Nice, very nice. So I think on that note, we can end our first things for now. But extremely interesting. खूप साऱ्या case studies आहेत that we would like to hear from. Let's see I think it's going to be more of evolving.
This is my baby, so I can go non-stop talking.
Yeah. No, we love it. We love to hear. I mean, there are so many things that we didn't know, especially free education, like RTE for that matter. And likewise, RTI, which is very good.
Right to education.
Right. And you made it right to right education. How to give something for right education.
Yeah, we have all the children in the school now. We don't know what to do with them.
Totally. Yeah. Nice
Scenarios.
Yeah. Great.
Lovely
Thank you so
chatting
much.
with you.
Hope you know.
Majali.
Thank you so much for watching my podcast, the first ever episode that we went live with the video one. I hope you enjoyed it and you liked it. Please subscribe. I would really want to hear more in terms of the feedback from you and learn from you as well to make these podcasts much more better. So, भेटूया लवकर नक्कीच in the next podcast. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, and share.